Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Kai and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So what's up guys, I hope everyone has been safe and staying educated during this time. So I know today is normally travel Fridays, but I really wanted to cook today, so I figured why not look up some recipes to potentially do with you guys. So we're going to be making homemade French toast and chai spice coffee. I've actually really never made any of this by myself before, so it's going to be really fun and interesting to see how it comes out. And yeah, so we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so first things first, wash your hands. This goes without saying, but I figured I'd put it in the video anyway. So these are all of the ingredients that we will be using today. I am using coconut milk because I am lactose intolerant, but you can use any type of milk that pleases you. And then we have our coffee. I use instant coffee because I'm not that big of a coffee drinker and it just keeps me going. Cinnamon you can get at the dollar store, as well as black pepper. Ground ginger and ground cardamom. I got both of them at Target for about $3, which wasn't too bad. Lastly, I have a mason jar. You can use basically anything, but I like them because they're aesthetically pleasing and you can see through them. You gotta have your ice unless you want to do this hot, but that's not what we're doing today, so I'm gonna use my ice. So I kind of did this backwards. I put in my instant coffee first without putting any milk or water into it. I don't know why I did this. I think I was just nervous, but I think you should do water and everything else first. But for the sake of this video, put my instant coffee in first. I did 1 tablespoon of coffee, but I did end up adding 1.5 more tablespoons later on. Next, I used 6 ounces of water, and again, making coffee is trial and error, so if you feel like you do need more water or more coffee, please add at your own leisure. I know it looks a little gross, but just bear with me. Next is our coconut milk. I love coconut milk. I started drinking it when I was in Vietnam. I never really even heard of it or used it when I was in the States, so coconut milk is amazing. I added 4 ounces of coconut milk in this clip, but once I tasted it, I added about 4 more ounces as well. Now we are moving on to our spices. A quick disclaimer, I think I added a little bit too much, but this is just, you know, a fun trial and error video, so just enjoy. So the first spice mixture we're going to be adding is 2.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. Again, I think I put a little bit too much because it was really hard to start in, but it's okay. I can never eyeball to see what's enough or what's too much. It's just so difficult. My second ingredient that I added was cardamom. I added about 2 tablespoons of it, and it was really hard to get out for some reason. I was like shaking it. I don't have a lot of strength, so yeah. Up next is lovely ginger. I just added 1 tablespoon of ginger. Maybe I should have added a little bit more because at the end of it I really couldn't taste it that much, so I would say add a little bit more at your own discretion, of course. Lastly, we have black pepper. I honestly don't know why I put so much, and I never knew that black pepper was something that you put into chai, so this is a learning experience. I did have to shake it quite a few times because my little straw was not getting nowhere. Now we are on to our French toast. I'm so happy. Alright, so I just tasted the chai spice coffee. I really like it, but I have 3 reservations about it. So my first one is I don't think I added enough coffee, so I think that's something that you're just gonna have to do like at your own discretion. 2, the spices was a bit much for me. I'm a spice person, but I felt like in this particular drink it was a bit too much. I probably would have added the pepper if I can do it again. And my third thing is I would add sugar. But again, it's just like you kind of have to tweak it compared to like what you like and things like that. But other than that, I really like it. So I would give it maybe a 7. A solid 7 out of 10. Probably because of the spices and things like that. But it is chai spice, so really can't say that much about it. Okay, now to the French toast. Alright guys, so I wanted to say hi. This is my mom.
Hey,
This is Tam.
I'm Tam, girl. She's doing like some stinky coffee stuff.
It's not
I'm a tea
it's
drinker.
cinnamon.
It's cinnamon. Let me show you guys. It looks delish. It looks like chocolate. I love chocolate. I'm gonna get out of the video. Bye.
So we have our coconut milk, just like you saw before. We have our cinnamon, which is super easy to get, by the way. We have vanilla extract, which was really difficult for me to find. I had to go to like 2 different places. 1 egg. If you are cooking for you or your friend, I would suggest 2 because 1 egg was just enough for me. And then just bread. So I started off cracking just 1 egg, which I obviously did off camera. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Okay, does anyone else have problems saying that word? Like, is it extract, extract, extract? Yes, that word. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1/4 cup of any type of milk that you desire, but I'm using coconut milk. So I just mixed all my ingredients up with the fork because, you know, we are a beginner chef over here, and I just did that until everything looked smooth, and especially until my cinnamon didn't look chunky anymore. For some reason, your girl forgot to record dipping the bread into the cinnamon, so bear with me on that mishap. So to start off, I added 1 tablespoon of butter, and I let that sit in the pan for about 5 minutes on low heat. I didn't do it too high. And after every piece of bread that I put in there, I just added maybe 1.5 tablespoons of butter just to make sure that it wasn't sticking. So French toast, I feel like, is really at your own discretion. I know some people who like theirs really doughy. Personally, I like mine a little crispy, so it took me about 10 to 15 minutes to make, especially with it being. Alright, so let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about this chai spice coffee. So I know before in the video I said it was a solid 7 out of 10. So it's not that good. I'm like so disappointed in myself. Okay, so I really like chai, but maybe I'm not as big as a fan as I thought that I was, or maybe I just put too much spices. I don't know, but I was like drinking it and I tried to doctor it with some sugar and it didn't taste right. So I would give it like a 4, but I'm gonna keep practicing it because I really wanna learn how to do it properly. But for right now, I'm gonna give my drink a solid 4. But I have been like sipping on it, but like not how I normally drink anything that's chai related. But I also need to take into account that it's like chai coffee. So yeah, the chai spice coffee is definitely like a 4 out of 10, not a 7 out of 10. So not that good this time. But my French toast, I am proud of myself, okay? I have never made this before, and it smelled really good. I haven't ate it yet because I wanted to get my reaction on camera because no faking over here. But it really wasn't that hard to make, to be honest. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's bomb. No, that right there, that's good. I'm so hyped. I did not want this to taste nasty because I was really hungry. I'm so happy. Alright guys, so before we close out today's video, I wanted to give a little tip from my grandma. I called her while I was eating because I was honestly so excited about how good my food turned out. And she told me that one thing you can do, right when you take it off the oven, you basically mix sugar and cinnamon together, and when it's still hot, you flip it around in the sugar and cinnamon a couple of times, and it gives it, you know, like a more sugary, savory, not savory, but like sweet taste. And I'm definitely doing that next time because I remember her doing that when I was younger and it was bomb. But I just like didn't think about it, so I'm definitely doing it next time. But I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's a really good tip. I would say this cooking day was a solid 8. Like, I'm really happy with the, like, how everything turned out. I'm really proud of myself for trying at least a chai spice coffee. I'm definitely gonna work on that because I really want to perfect it, but it was not that good. Maybe you guys can try it and you can tell me how yours tasted, and then you can probably help me out. I don't know. But as always, if you like this video, you already know what to do, and if you didn't like it, you probably didn't make it this far anyway. I hope you guys enjoy watching me attempt to cook, and I shall see you guys on Tuesday. Okay, bye.